pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll have roll call.
I'm here.
Roger, I'm here.
John?
Bill?
Jeannie? She's here too. Bill?
Yep.
Bruce is absent.
Okay, let's have a motion for approval of the agenda.
I would make a motion to approve the agenda for October 4th, 2003.
Have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any questions? Board minutes?
Did you folks get one, a copy of the minutes?
I didn't see it on the
I didn't-
website.
I didn't either. Why don't we come back to that, John? I will go make a copy of this so that we can do it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
If you guys just want to talk amongst yourselves, give me about 2 minutes. Apologize for that.
Any talk of the watering ban ending pretty soon, or
Well, I would hope so,
all the rain we've had?
but when I was reading about it, I think that we're still a ways away from hitting anything that
Yeah.
would be close. I'm sure we're sunk for the
What do we
year.
have, moderate drought right now? or
We're still in a moderate drought, is my understanding.
a long-term green, but that's a good drought.
I know, I did too. On a different note, I was reading from the Arboretum that Chinese beetle that we talked about this summer, that we all, I think, have in our yard. There's a fly that has been laying its larvae on it and killing that Chinese beetle. So there's a natural enemy of the Chinese beetle, which is good news, except who knows about the fly. So we'll see. So I know that. Pretty fine group. Well, thank you.
About a minute or two to just kind of review it quick.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Easy thing to do.
Okay, we have a motion for their approval?
I would move to approve the minutes of the August. Which one? August 2nd minutes of the park board.
I'll second that.
I have nothing to report under grants. Bill, do you want to talk about the amphitheater?
Yeah, I will share a few things. Season is coming to an end. Saturday is our second annual Ledgetober Flannel Fest. Weather looks a little chilly, but they're not talking any rain at this point. Right now, we're just shy of about 500 tickets sold, so that's a couple hundred more than last year. We are going to, for entertainment, there's two bands out there this year. I think they're starting at 3:30. And then the headliner band is Rockstar Bob. He used to be with Hairball. back in the day. And so he'll take the stage, I think, at 5 o'clock till 6:30, 7 o'clock, and everything will be done by then. I think there's 9 or 10 breweries out there. This year they've added maybe 10 to 12 craft vendors be out there. They'll be doing the same games they did last year. Fortunately, I will not be there this year or this weekend, but staff has got everything well planned out and hope that everything turns out very well. The year ended very well for us as far as the concerts. Billy Currington, the last one, we set a house record for number of people in the building. So 35 shy of 4,000 people. And Doobie Brothers brought in the most money ever from ticket sales and gross sales. So the promoter is very, very happy with the year as it turned out. So they are booking bands as we speak, or offers out there. Hoping to get between 15 and 20 next year. I think they have somewhere 60 offers out at this point. So we're looking forward to it. We will be closing down the facility starting Monday and back into planning stages and start working on what we need to fix and work on over the winter. And so all in all, it was a very successful season on our side. So.
Any questions? Okay, moving on. The landscape coordinator.
Good evening. Just to kind of bookend what Bill was talking about, I expect probably on Monday I'll be hearing from Meredith or Adam at the ledge. And they'll be looking probably for a little help cleaning out those planters, which we did last year, and it no time flat with a handful of volunteers. We should be able to get those cleaned out pretty quickly. With the end of the season update, we did clean out all the planters on 13th Avenue in front of Community Park, the 2 at the pickleball court, and the 6 in front of the maintenance shop for now. There are still 4, and then the 4 in front of City Hall. The 4 round gardens in front of City Hall, 2 of them will stay. 2 of them are going away for the winter. The 2 that are closest to the police department door for snow removal purposes. It's just easier for them to remove snow. So 2 will remain out here for the winter seasonal decorating that we'll do probably in the beginning of November. We're keeping 10 planters at the library for holiday decorating as well. So we've got a couple of things going there. Last year we did do some decorating on the trail for the holidays, and we will do a little bit again this year. We're not going to go too much because it's just little bits and pieces at a time. We're adding so much to the library this year, so for the holidays that we'll kind of hold back a little bit on the trail, just for financial purposes. The trail, the rock garden, we started with a landscape company cleaning out, and the project kind of fell off the radar. And so they started it, and we just never finished it. We're hoping early spring to continue with cleaning that out and starting with some new soil and transplanting some more items there. For now, we're using the rock garden as kind of a holding spot with items that need to be moved out of different gardens, whether they are duplicates or just overgrown that they need to be split apart, or they're not doing well in a specific garden. So we've moved quite a few over to the rock garden, so we're going to be leapfrogging a little bit of these plants next spring into another spot while the rock garden is being finished. So yeah, we've transferred quite a few over there. And we are cleaning out the gardens. We're waiting for that first frost so we can cut down. as much as I hate to see the first frost, I don't want to wait too long and have a bunch of folks out there in sub-zero temperatures cutting things down. So there's always that fine line right in that point. Started cleaning out the garden shed, which is also the hockey shed, the hockey arena, the warming house. And just cleaning some pots up out of there and doing a few different things. And then the big one is getting ready for our end of year thank you party for the volunteers, which will be Thursday, the 19th of October. And you are all welcome to come and join us. And I will send you time and date again, but it is on the 19th of October, and I believe the time is 6 p.m. is where we're going to start. We will have
Community Park.
Community Park. It will be food and a few refreshments and some thank yous and games and gifts. So it was very nice last year, and we'd love to see you there this year just to even pop in. It's Thursday, the 19th of October. Come on down for slices.
6.
So, but I will send you all a reminder as well. So, and that's really it. I can't believe it. We're at the end. We're at the. We've got some great ideas for next year, though. Already, we really do. It's very exciting. We've got a lot of interest in trying a couple of different things. So, that's fun. Janice.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you put together the Facebook page?
I did.
We have a new Facebook page, Flowers for Wade Park.
We do, and I might change that a bit to a group versus a Facebook page, because I want it just to be the volunteers. If you're a volunteer, I want you to come on and join the group and throw your information in there, and we can chat back and forth if you choose, versus an open Facebook page. So we're working on changing that up just a hair.
But it will be
It will be
available
Flowers for
to-
Wade Park. Yes, ma'am.
To the neighborhood.
Yes.
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 Well, I was really happy when I saw that. Thank you very
Well, you're very
much.
welcome.
So I'm very adept at social media here, so the question, can you have both? Can you have your own
I-
Facebook page and then just work on the backside with your group?
Yeah,
Just
we
curious.
could. We totally could. What I want to do, though, is be able to make the Facebook page, the administrative part of it, available to the city. So it's not attached to my direct Facebook page.
Right.
I don't think that's fair for the city, for the volunteers. And I don't want to ask Margie to be able to take over yet one more piece, but that if something were to happen where I was no longer the landscape coordinator, that they can jump in and take over that page. So I want to make some administrative changes, touch base with her. I'll be honest, it was Monday night, the game was boring, and I was playing on Facebook. So that's my excuse. And then I
Great
went
excuse.
to, during the night, I woke up and thought, that really should be a group, not a page. So I started the group part, just haven't gotten it out there yet. Mhm.
So I really don't have a whole lot here, and I'm gonna lump updates, upgrades, park upgrades and upgrades together, and also Babe Ruth, and then we'll finish off the night with the comp plan, if that's okay with everybody. Just kind of rearrange. So, so with since the last meeting, I believe council authorized to do some more work that we didn't get finished in the parks from last year. And what that entailed was the desire to not re-side the Boy Scout building down there. It was to do something cheaper or paint it. So I brought back some different ideas for the council to consider, and what they ended up approving was replacing the doors that needed to be replaced on the Boy Scout building, but having it painted. Saved a lot of money, we're talking a lot of money there. They also approved shingling and re-roofing the warming house roof with asphalt shingles, and then the pavilion out here in Community Park where they hold a plant sale. So I didn't take a look today, and I drove in. I should have. I don't know why I didn't. The word was that they were going to start working on those buildings today, so I don't know. Were they?
Doing something down at the small pavilion here,
Okay.
where we had the plant sale.
Yeah.
Are they digging up the lawn there to put in a walk or something? It looked like,
Couldn't be, no.
oh, I was wondering.
No,
what
just a
was-
re-roofing project, so, okay. So we're working on that. Also, we've had some issues with the community park building pavilion in the wintertime when it was built, they put what they call little ice dam blockers up on the roof to keep, you got that steel siding, so that's a problem. They were plastic and just adhered on with some adhesive. They just come off over time. So Phil, my maintenance guy, has reached out and has got a system. It's not cheap. Somewhere in around about $5,000 to $7,000 to do that whole building. I'm going to be bringing that to the council here in this near term. I'm going to be asking for them to consider doing that and also taking that out of Parkland Fund. So the improvements that we wanted to do, full re-siding of the Boy Scout, steel siding roof, or steel roof, all that stuff, was well over 150 or 120,000. And what they approved was about 40 total. So I think we're comfortable. We knew that we had about that 120 to 130 available in Parkland that we would be willing to put towards projects. So I'll see where the council goes with that. So that's really what's happening there. We're obviously wintertime, we're starting to close things down. So the other thing that's happened out there is Babe Ruth is requesting, and I know we've talked about it here before, a concession stand down there at Quick Trip 1 and 2. That didn't go very well with the council as far as that much money to do that. They suggested something more of a, temporary garden shed or something like that. They have thus come back with a proposal of putting more like a food type of a trailer down there. So it can be removed. I will go ahead and just show the picture that they gave me up on the screens for you. So as you can see, it's something a little bit different like that. What they're looking for then is, in the wintertime, when they're done with it, they ask for storage. I can put that in a cold storage building down at the water plant, and then getting them power to it. So I think it's a good temporary fix, solution for the time being. And then city can try to figure out down the road what they want to do on there, if they wanted to go with the full building down there or not. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Yeah, there was a couple more asks, or really one more ask, and I'm not sure how we can even do this, but they're looking to get some sort of temporary or some lighting on Quick Trips Fields 1 and 2 and by this food stand. Calling it more temporary, throwing up a light pole with a couple lights that shine on the dugouts at the end of the night when they're getting close and it's getting dark down there. The problem is that anything temporary that stands the ball bat proof may as well be the permanent. And it's kind of hard to be in that where we're not really at that stage to be able to expend that kind of money on full lighting out there. But we'll be meeting with them down the road, probably after the first of the year, talking about that. So other than that, nope, that's all I really have, John, in the park board.
Okay, let's move on to the comprehensive plan. Obviously a major undertaking for the city.
It was. So it should be on the screen here. Monday night, this has been a process that's been going on for over 2 years. I know Roger sat in on the very infinite setting with.
I said it was quite a few of them, yeah.
Yep. So this all started out with a strategic planning event that we held over 2 years ago. And then has, once we kind of got through all that, we worked with our city engineer, SEH, and the company that did our strategic plan, worked on a comprehensive plan. This is really a land use comprehensive plan. But through the process of this, there's 8 different, I think it's 8 different chapters to this, and we'll go through these. There was what we call PAC committees, PAC, that was public advisory committees. I know Roger sat in on those. This has been a long process, a detailed process, a very well worth process to get to this point. Monday night, they had a meeting here to go over that with the strategic plan. I'm not sure if any of you showed up for it.
I was here Monday.
You were here Monday, Roger? Okay. So we're just trying to get the word out. I parsed out pages in this that I thought were worthwhile for Park Board to look at, to talk about, because it doesn't all pertain to the Park Board. So I'd just like to walk through this a little bit with you and talk a little bit about it. And Roger can chime in. You guys can ask questions along the way. So at this point, it's in a draft form. They'll be looking to implement that here in the next month or so, I believe. So the second page, I mean, this just tells, the acknowledgements, who was all part of the process. City Council, the PAC committee members, the consultant team. So there's your list of chapters. Like I said, I didn't give you all of them. If you want the whole plan, feel free to email me and I'll send it to you if you want it. It's over 100 pages long. So the big one here, one of the big ones is the starting point was the vision statement. And this took a long time for us to work on.
Yeah.
Wordsmithing was an understatement on this, but I do want to read it because I think it does a good job. It's long, but it does a good job. Waite Park is a welcoming, safe, and diverse community with healthy families. Prosperous businesses and industries provide well-paying jobs and offer useful goods, services, and entertainment options. Abundant recreational opportunities are located in and around our community. We strive to provide an ample supply of strategic housing options that meets the needs of our community and region. Our arts, culture, parks, and open spaces embrace the unique natural amenities of the surrounding granite landscape and the Sauk River. Our entire community is connected to Waite Park region through an attractive and accessible system of streets, sidewalks, and trails. Again, this is the vision for the whole plan. So some of them we have now and some we want to attain. The ones that I was more involved with, and Roger probably too, was working around the natural amenities. And it was kind of an aha moment. We sometimes forget about the Sauk River being a natural amenity for us because it's our north border. Doesn't have a lot of property from the city except for around River's Edge Park to get to it. So That'll show up here a little bit later, is one of our growth areas, talking about that, so. But at the end of the day, this is where the strategic plan was trying to point us to, the 2043 plan, and what we're trying to attain. Make sense? So the organization of the plan here, this just talks about each of the chapters and what a short synopsis of it. I'm not going to go into detail. The one that I gave you is chapter 8. It's parks and open spaces, which is obviously in your wheelhouse. So we'll come back to that in a second. This is a community profile. So they went out and solicited for surveys and different information. And it's kind of interesting. So the bigger the words underneath the question there was more responses in that area. So the first one, what words best describe Waite Park today? And the biggest one was safety. And then if you look, you can just kind of generalize, well, commercial is very big. And it just keeps going down from there. So you can see safety, commercial, friendly, small, growing, and busy. What would you wish to change? One thing about Waite Park, again, safety shows up is one of the biggest things. They're looking at traffic, housing, and family. What would you not change about Waite Park? And you can imagine that small town feeling that took number one, and the parks. So our citizens apparently want to keep it small town with nice parks. So in 10 years, how would you like to describe Waite Park? And look at that number one is again safe. Clean and friendly come in right behind that. In my neighborhood, I'd like to see, and notice again, safety and parks and green space. So there's quite a theme here that came out of that, which you'll see as part of the plans, is we're looking for public safety and areas for our citizens to go. So part of this is they threw together some future growth areas, and this is an overview sheet here. I believe I dive into it deeper. So we picked up 4 different areas for future growth to start working on some of our developments. And you'll notice that they're ridged right around the edge of where we've developed already. There's a reason for that, because that's where we have water and sewer. So it's easier to grow into that spot than it is to do something further out. So the first area is, and this is where I bring in that Sauk River, this is around 138. This is the 120, or 121, can't remember for sure, the road that goes to St. Joseph. So that road out there, this whole land out there. So at this point, we're looking at doing some parks and open spaces along the river. We want to build that natural amenity there. Mixed use types of homes, do some public and institutional things. We're just kind of waiting to see. Right now, it's industrial and mining here, but with the ability to be so close to 23 and to St. Joseph, this might be an attractive area to start thinking about some mixed use of apartments and commercial. Where you can utilize the river for that. Maybe it's a river walk, that you see in some of the bigger cities. So that's one. Second growth area is basically kind of across the road from it. In this area here is Cargill. This is an industrial park that's starting to develop. Xcel Energy is building on this port right here. They're going to start next year. So some of this has started to develop. This will still stay industrial, but this gives us an ability to look at more industrial area. One of the things in the vision statement was diversity, and that one thing is not just about you want diverse jobs also, not just a population. You want industrial jobs, you want professional jobs in that. So one of the key points is trying to develop industrial area. Third area is along 28th Avenue to the west. Martin Marietta over here on the east side of the road. This area here is ripe for some mixed-use housing developments. And again, you'll notice here where we're calling for some parks and green spaces to be looked at. The lines on here don't mean anything as far as, yep, that's where we're gonna put a park or a trail. It's just giving us the idea that we wanna make sure that we're incorporating that with our growth. And then lastly is out along Granite View Road, out by the roundabouts. The purple area right now is being mined, and so they can turn that into developable property. But you can see there's a number of acres out there that could work out for us. And then that's also calling for a green space in a park area. So those are kind of where we're at right now today, thinking forward. This is the chapter on parks and open spaces. It says the city owns and operates 8 parks within the city. You can see down below here where they're at, how big of the acreages they are. This is a map of all of the parks within the system. And we had a number of goals, and then underneath the goal was a policy. And this takes some time to write these up, but I'm not going to go through each policy, but I'll just go with the goal, read the goals. Protect and conserve and sensitively utilize Waite Park's unique natural resources to sustain a healthy and balanced environment. Again, that's coming back to using our natural resources and using them. Manage parks and open spaces in a manner that supports Waite Park's financial sustainability. Boy, can't even talk tonight. There was 2 others, and I don't know where they went. I apologize. I must have missed that. Sorry about that. I can send this out to you, and then you can dig through it a little bit deeper. And then lastly, the implementation of the plan. So you can see in different priorities here of different things. So in land use, it's update the zoning and subdivision codes. It's a high priority. Who's going to champion that or take that and run with it? And then a projected time frame. So you can look through here. If we go down to transportation, I see my name on here a couple spots. So imagine that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go through each one of these. Parks and open spaces, I'll cut to this. Update the Parks and Open Space Master Plan. We know that that's severely outdated. So it's a high priority. So that's going to be under my direction here. And also resume planning and implementation of a new community scale park to serve the southwest area of the city. I know that's been a big high charge for the park board. So that's a nutshell of just a quick recap of it. Like I said, it's a good document. It gives us good direction for park board, the council and planning commission and staff to use as a roadmap as we move forward. So,
Any other business for tonight? Okay, if not, we have a motion to adjourn. Move to adjourn tonight's meeting. And a second? All in favor?
Aye.
the next meeting is December 6th at 6:30. So. Thank you.